In a prior session, we uploaded our optional video as we see in our Overview tab and the text seen below. What I'd like to do now is go back into our Settings tab, carry on with establishing the foundation of the workspace and how our users will be able to interact with it. I quickly want to go through our General tab and the options we have available to us here. As I talk through this, it will take a little bit more time, but if you're using Caplinked on a frequent basis, most of these settings will be the same. It will never have to be changed, or you'll know exactly what you're doing. It will take really less than a minute to get your workspace up and running, ready to go, and start uploading your files. So the first one we have is notification emails. Caplinked is set to default and send messages to your users when new documents are uploaded. So they'll get an email each day telling them the new content that's been added. If no content has been added, no emails go out. So you don't have to worry about that. But you can turn that functionality off here. Your users and yourself as an administrator can always go into your profile by going to your name in the upper right, clicking Profile, and under Email Preferences, determining if you want to turn that off entirely or change the frequency of those messages up to hourly if you wish. The next item is setting the Files page as the home page instead of the Overview tab. When we come into the workspace, we currently have it set so that we land on the Overview tab. This is common for an asset sale, merger and acquisition, cap raise, anything such as that. You also have the option somebody can land on the Files tab when they log in instead. And this could be for internal file sharing applications, repositories, where people don't necessarily need to see an overview when they first enter the workspace. The third item is the Q&A functionality. Under every document within the platform, there will be a question box available. That's where your users or even administrators can ask questions, and the responses will also show up there. They'll also have a Q&A tab available where they can always go and see the questions and answers as well. You can turn that functionality off if you wish. The fourth item is file indexing. As you drag in all of your folders, subfolders, and files, we'll automatically apply numbering, indexing to all of those. You can turn that off if you wish. The reason being, you may not want users to see that they're missing certain items. So if you have parent folders 1 through 6 and they notice that 2 and 3 are missing, they might wonder what those are. So that's why you may choose to hide the file indexing. The next one is file versions. If you pull in a file with the exact same file names it had previously, we'll place a green badge beside it with the letter V and a number. V3 would obviously tell somebody that that's the third version of the document. If you leave that badge visible to users, they'll only know that it's the third version, but they won't have access or be able to interact with those prior versions. As administrators, you'll always see the badge, you'll always see the prior versions, and you can interact with them. You can view them, download them, or even make an older version the more current version. And the final one we see here is requiring a signature on the disclaimer document. As we originally came into this workspace, we would see a disclaimer document if we've applied one. We see that's the third tab showing here, and in a separate video, we'll talk about managing those disclaimer documents. What this does is requires a digital signature to be applied. Users coming in on the first occasion must key in their name. That gets burnt to the document and hosted on Caplinked for as long as you have the workspace open. So in the future, if somebody denies that they've seen that document or signed it, you always have record of it, can download it, and prove that it was seen and signed. So those are the initial settings under the General tab for Caplinked.